The North Alabama baseball team wrapped up the regular season, and the Lions are heading to the Gulf South Conference tournament as the 5 seed. Will catch up with UNA head baseball coach Mike Keene in this Lion Vision update. And Coach Keene, let's start with the 4 players honored by the Gulf South Conference with postseason honors, and it really starts with Tyler Joyner, Gulf South Conference Pitcher of the Year for the 2nd consecutive season. Just how big of a deal is this for Tyler Joyner?
Well, I think it's a huge deal. I think he might be the first one ever to go back-to-back. It's really difficult to have the year he did before than to actually have a better year. I know the wins and losses aren't as good as they were a year before, but his numbers across the board are better than what he did last year, and some of his performances this year against the teams, and I think that kind of says a lot about how well he's pitched in the conference this year, and what a great honor for him, great guy, and hopefully this will get an opportunity to play, obviously pitch well this weekend, but have an opportunity to pitch beyond college, and I think he's going to have that opportunity.
On the first team, it was Kyle Hubbock and closer Channing Wall. Let's start with Kyle Hubbock. He made it as a third baseman this season, the school's all-time home run king, but what a way for him to wrap up his senior year.
Yeah, it really is, and making the move from first base to third base, and obviously he's done a tremendous job, been very consistent defensively, and he's had throughout his career, obviously the numbers, he has the most home runs in the career here at UNA, and he's always had a little up and downs, but he's been, as it goes through the numbers, they've been pretty good numbers throughout his career, and this year I was really thinking he's having probably one of his better years, kind of slumped a little bit down the stretch, but I think he's going to really bounce back well in this tournament.
And Wall, coach, the closer on this UNA team, one of the top in the conference, leads the conference in saves. Just how deserving was he?
He works really hard. He was a guy that was an All-American in junior college and kind of got acclimated to the GSC last year, but I thought his adjustments that he's made this year have been tremendous, and obviously with having the 7 saves, he's been in a lot of tight games as our season, if you've known, you've been around it, every game it seems we play in is a one-run ball game, and he's been very, very important into that success, and I just like the way he works. Obviously Coach Hancock's done a great job with the pitching staff, but he's just the way he approaches every game and just how he gets in there. And the closer is not an easy role because it's every game's on the line, a lot of pressure, and he's just handled it really well this year.
Senior Shane Priest was a second-team All-Gulf South Conference selection. A year ago, he was a midweek guy, came out of the bullpen some, but how big has he been being the Game 3 Sunday starter this season?
The way this this season's come out, we knew he had good stuff, had a great fall, and has really been able to propel it into the spring season, but he's really been one of the keys to the success of this year, and he's had such big games, some pitches, and what he's done, and a great honor for him because he's actually got a lot of awards this year, and he's just such a great student, works hard, and real proud of all these guys and the awards they've accomplished this year.
These 4 Lions will head into the postseason as the 5 seed in the upcoming Gulf South Conference tournament in Delta State down in Cleveland, Mississippi. And, Coach, it's pool play. You guys match up with Mississippi College, Delta State, and West Alabama. Guaranteed 3 games in the tournament. But just what's the outlook heading into this GSC tournament?
Well, it's a whole I don't know. It's probably as even as I've seen in a long time from top to bottom of the 8 teams. Obviously you would say Delta State would be the favorite, being on their home field and what they've done throughout the year. But Montevallo's really had a tremendous year. And then you look at number 8 seed with West Alabama's probably got some of the best arms in the conference. So I think it's wide open. I think everybody's going to have to play extremely well. You're going to have to play clean. You're going to have to move runners. And it's really going to come down, I think, the pitching and defense and the execution of the game. It's just going to be an interesting format because of the way we played it last year. But it's going to be a big challenge. And this is really key to get those first 2 wins coming out of the chute, and obviously we got a pretty tough challenge with Mississippi College and Delta State in the first one, and then see where you're sitting after those 2 games and see where you are.
The postseason is here for UNA baseball. The Lions will play Game 1 on Saturday. Be sure to visit RoarLions.com to keep up with UNA as they head into the postseason.